Okay, so this is my home page. I wanted to make it friendly and colorful and inviting, so I put pictures of kids in a sunflower background, and I also wanted to make it interesting, so maybe people would want to read more after they see the facts on child abuse and the facts on development and stuff. The next page is my parental approaches page. That's where I describe the 4 types of parenting styles. I've included a picture and a video to describe those better. And at the end, I described how your parenting style will dictate how your child is as it gets older and grows up. The next page under parental approaches is age-appropriate milestones. I made a link to where the milestones are listed, and below I have the activities specific to each age and each type of development, and all my sources are at the bottom. The next page is my parental advice page, where I talk about the misbehaviors of children and how to handle them, and I say that they're common and not to worry about them, and what to say to your child after the misbehavior. And at the bottom of the page, I have advice for parents for when they're losing their temper, or tips on just how to be a good parent in general. And I also made a comment down here that your children watch you, and it's important to be positive when you're parenting them. I also included a video about positive parenting. My next page is on child abuse and neglect. I put a video just going into detail and describing the terms, and below it I also put a link to the causes of child abuse, and below that are the guidelines for parents to prevent child abuse and neglect, just tips on what they can do to avoid that. And below that's the treatment for child abuse, talking about therapies and how to handle a child that has been neglected or abused. My next subpage is parent resources, where I have listed types of clinics, clothes closets, emergency services, shelters, assistant programs, safe houses, all in Independence. The next page is building a diverse library. I made sure that it's not just for classrooms, it's also for parents who might have a library at their house. And I provided a link to another website that gives other books that would be good to have in a diverse library. My next page is my child care regulations page over daycares, and I kept this on here just in case that somebody wanted to know the regulations of where their child is, and I think that's important so people know that choosing a preschool or daycare or child care center that their child's going to be taken care of, and for them to know the regulations that these people have to follow to ensure the safety of their child. And my last page is the demographics of Eisenhower Elementary. I kept this on here because I wanted to point out the differences in racial differences, ethnic differences, language, religious, social class differences that are all in one school. And I wanted to emphasize the fact that it's full of differences. The world's full of differences. So basically, that's my website, and thank you for listening.